Louisiana versus all y'all. Jarrett Roser here with rising senior Central quarterback Jackson Firmin, and also now the newest member of the Nicholls State 2025 recruiting class after his commitment this weekend. Jackson, we're going to talk a little bit about all of it, getting into senior year stuff and certainly the fresh news that you'll be headed to Thibodeau for college. But how's everything going, man? Congratulations again.
Yes, sir. It's good. Just excited to be part of that team now and get rolling into senior year.
And we'll talk about it kind of in that order. Start with the recent news. Take us through Friday and just kind of how it all played out to have those conversations with the coaches and let them know that's where you wanted to be at the next level.
It started off really with my high school coaches reaching out to them, trying to build that relationship up, and they really think I should have went to the camp, so I went and did good at the camp. Got the offer after, and I knew that's where if I was going to get offered, I wanted to go there. So I committed on the spot, and we've just been celebrating since.
Yeah, what does that look like? Y'all went and grabbed dinner or something Friday night? What has been kind of the excitement level for not just you, but the family and everybody to kind of, enjoy the moment and what this means for your future?
Yeah, the family was really excited. Mom was crying, and so we went out to eat. We did everything like that. Me and my friends hung out for a little bit, just kind of reminisced, and it's been really all smiles around here.
What did the coaches say that had kind of caught their attention, or how they saw you fitting with them? Anything along those lines of what kind of with obviously any college program has options with what they want to do with their offers and who they take in terms of commitments and whatnot. What did they say stood out about you that they knew that at particularly a position as important as quarterback, they saw you as a great fit for their future?
Well, they knew going in I could throw the ball a little bit, but I haven't really tested my running skills, and I went out there and ran a good 40, and so Coach Rob, the OC over there, was just like, listen, man, we don't really have a quarterback that can do anything with his feet, so we want you, you know what I mean? And it really stood out to me and made me fall in love with that program because just the welcomeness they showed me. So
yeah, your commitment graphic, you had the image with you doing kind of the jumping between the legs, showing some athleticism, even just in the photo shoot piece of it. How much of a piece of your game is that I think we've seen some of, certainly at the high school level, but in terms of how you view yourself as a well-rounded quarterback that can do some things with legs, how much confidence do you have in what you bring to whether the Central offense or the Nicholls offense at the next level of what you can do in that capacity?
Yeah, I mean, I've this offseason's really been focused on that, just putting on weight, getting faster, stronger, developing physically. So I know Coach Jack wants to put in some stuff to where I'm moving around a little bit, getting active instead of just standing back there. So that's really what this offseason has been focused on, just being more of a dual threat athlete.
How about your development as a passer as well? We saw some of those flashes early on, and I think, talking about some of what we saw from you in your first opportunities taking the helm a couple of years ago, and you referencing that as much as I was impressed by some of that early stuff, that you weren't as high on what you saw from yourself yet. You didn't feel as confident as I thought you looked at times on film, and you were excited about what was ahead for you. When you look at your development the last couple of years and where you are now as a passer, how much more confident are you in what you're doing, and what have been some of your biggest strides in terms of what you do as a quarterback leading your team?
I think just getting stronger, having a higher IQ, understanding the offense a little bit more. Coach Zach does great stuff on the offensive side of the ball. So just really getting stronger. I mean, sophomore year I was kind of weak, couldn't really make some of the long throws that needed to be made, and now I can make those throws. So that's why I could see more improvement, and I knew I wasn't where I needed to be sophomore year. So that's why I used to tell you that kind of stuff about I'm not there yet, but I'm still trying to get there.
What's ahead for you? I mean, you talked about some of your strides in terms of what you're trying to do with your legs and using the athleticism piece, and that we might see a little bit more of that this fall. What are other areas that you look at as you continue to take next steps and grow as a young quarterback? Whether it's stuff that we should expect to see that next step this fall, or just long term that you still see as your ceiling ahead?
Yeah, just being more aggressive, really. Last year I could get kind of conservative at times, but still be aggressive. But um, I want to just be more aggressive this senior year and like kind of try to press a little bit more. Like, you know what I mean? Like put some pressure on the defense, you know? I feel like when I was rolling out, sometimes I would just look for the pass first. I want to be able to put the foot to the pedal, like pedal to the metal and go.
How much there's been a recent run of some really good quarterbacks to come through Nicholls State, including Pat McQuaid, who's there right now preparing for his second year at the helm. He had some all conference recognition at the end of last season. But going back even a little bit further, a guy that I think a lot of Baton Rouge area guys grew up a little bit watching, and Lindsey Scott when he made his way down to Thibodeau, some of what he was doing. And then before that, Chase Forcade, the former Rummel star, and his record-setting career at Nicholls State. How much have you kind of seen of those guys that are going to be, your predecessors to that role when you get down there? What are kind of some of your memories of them, whether at Nicholls State or anywhere?
Yeah, I know Lindsey was really good in high school. He was a dog, and Pat down there. I went to a spring practice, and he spins the mess out the football. One of the fastest I've ever seen it spin. So I'm looking forward to getting down there, visiting down there a couple of times, just kind of learning from him, pick his brain, because he's done it at the college level and he's doing good. I've never done that in that type of speed, that type of, you know what I mean. So I'm looking forward to get down there and learning from them dudes.
What do those Nicholls State coaches or fans need to know about who you are and what you bring to the program? We talked a lot about already just in terms of what you bring as a quarterback, but in terms of a guy that's, a part of that team and a part of that uh, program and school community, who do you hope they know Jackson Firmin is as a young man?
Just a competitor, like wanting to hate losing more than you love winning. And I just want them to know I'm gonna go down there and give everything I got and try to win some football games.
And I know you guys have a lot of expectations to win an awful lot of football games this fall. We talked some about your development and what we should expect to see from you as a senior. And I've had a chance to talk to some of your teammates in recent weeks about just kind of the overall expectations for the Wildcats this fall. Where is, this program right now as a lot of you guys prepare for senior year? Y'all had that great run last year and I think surprised some folks. And I know there's an expectation for y'all that's just kind of the tip of the iceberg. What are we expecting on Friday nights this fall up in Central?
Right, like you said, it was just the tip of the iceberg, and I still think we got a chip on our shoulder and some people to prove wrong. There's some close games that we couldn't pull out last year that we're expecting to come out on top of this year, and that's just our motto. That's what we expect. That we're just going to be more physical and better than everybody else, and we're going to go out there and win. So even though some people might think we can't do it, I think we can, and our team thinks we can. So I'm ready to go prove some people wrong.
What are the biggest lessons that y'all learned from last year, whether it be the first year of Coach Sim being back up there and some new coaches coming into place and what y'all were able to learn from them, or what you guys learned from yourselves in some of those tough games anywhere along the way, or just being in some deep playoff games and whatnot? When you kind of look at what y'all walk away from that 23 season, having learned about yourselves or what it takes to compete at the highest levels, what were those biggest lessons moving forward?
Just don't get down. There'll be games that are choppy and you're winning or you're losing. Like the Neville game, we were losing almost all game, and then we just didn't get down. We just kept going, kept going, kept going. And Coach Sam really ingrained that in us that it's not over until it's over. And we just were trying to be the more physical team until the very end. And like I said, some of them games we came out on the shorter end of the stick, and some of the games we pulled out. So we're just hoping this year that we can learn from our past mistakes last year and pull some of them tight games out.
We've talked about it before. I mean, you get out there and you'll do the 7-on-7 stuff, you'll do the camp stuff and whatnot, but you're not necessarily loving 7-on-7 the way that you love getting out there, putting on pads and actually doing it on a Friday night or eventually on Saturday and whatnot. How excited are you now that we're, a week and a half, 2 weeks away from, back into camp mode and really ramping up towards senior year?
Yeah, man, I'm ready to strap them things up. I love 7-on-7, and it's all right, but I like being in pads, kind of running around, doing my thing. Um, it just feels so much more like football when you're in pads. I'm ready for Friday nights and all that comes with it, ready to spend the nights with my boys. It's going to be fun.
No doubt. Well, it is football. 7-on-7, just kind of that little piece of the equation to keep us occupied in the
Right.
off season. But yeah, man, looking forward to another season of you and the guys in pads on Friday nights. And now obviously we get a chance to look forward to you down in Thibodaux in some pads for the 3 to 5 years that follow. Jackson, congrats again, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, again, he's Jackson Firmin, the standout rising senior quarterback for the Central Wildcats. Made that push to the quarters last year and are looking for much more this year. And now he's a new 2025 Nicholls State commitment as well. And for Louisiana versus all y'all, Jared Roser.